So here on your main screen is where you're going to control all the boat functions itself. Up top is your 4 menu selections. You have depth, which will show air water temperature, your tank levels, your preset screen. Then if you had a backup camera, the last one would be where that would show up. Typical view is your ballast tank view, so you can kind of see what all your ballast tanks are doing. As we look around the perimeter, engine hours are here, depth is here. Nighttime mode just dims the screens down. 0 off button right here. This changes from paddle wheel to GPS, depending upon if you're in a body of water that has some current or not. Probably for where you are, you're probably just going to want to run off of GPS. Engine temperature, engine oil pressure, the time, voltage, fuel level, docking mode. This basically reduces your throttle sensitivity, allowing you to dock a little bit easier. Great for beginners, but after you get used to the boat, you're probably just going to want to stick with just normal mode. My favorite button, go home. If you have all the ballast tanks full, surf gates are out, wedge is in a certain position, your cruise control's on, this puts everything away and turns it off for you so you're ready to head back to the dock. Your cruise control bar is up here. You can manually turn it on by pressing the on button, and then you can change your set speed by going up and down here. Your speedometer, surf gate selection with your touchscreen, RPM gauge, and your wedge selection on this side. Going into the preset screen real quick, this is how you can change all of your presets. You can have over 200 presets in here, so everybody has their individual setup. When you want to, say for example, surf left or surf right or choose your individual setting, go ahead and hit load. All the parameters that are built within here automatically get loaded onto the boat. So your surf gate side, wedge position, speed, how full do you want your ballast tanks, those kind of get all loaded on there. If you want to create a new preset, copy an existing preset, edit an existing preset, delete that preset, or then load are your options right here. When we go into edit, this is where you can go in and change something, or this is also how you can create a new preset if you just hit new. Save it to whatever name you want, select a picture. If you're setting up a surfing preset, do you want to surf on the left or right side of the boat? How fast do you want to go? Ballast tank levels, and then wedge position. And then if you want to have a certain auto volume setting, how much do you want the sound system to turn up on your specific preset? So once you hit load, then all those parameters would then get loaded onto the boat. Moving down to our sport rotary dial here, this is where I can physically press surf left or surf right or center. I can also physically change my power wedge position with the physical buttons. The knob up and down is volume, pushing it in is mute. To the right is next track, to the left is previous track, and actually toggling it up and down will change my miles per hour set speed on my main screen. Moving on over to the right-hand screen here, again, 3 separate menus, stereo, my switch panel, and then if I had GPS nav installed, this is where it would go. Your phone works a whole lot better than this GPS system on here. Stereo, turning the power button on right here. It'll go to whatever source of music you were listening to last. To change your source, just press the source button and it'll bring up the source menu. Choose whatever you want to. You can pair up a new device or connect or disconnect an existing device. Your mixer tab changes all your levels. If you had a subwoofer installed in the boat, this is where you control the level of the sub. Equalizer, this is where you can go in and adjust your bass, your treble, fader, balance. Go into that mixer menu. Then the alert tone is for when you switch surf gate sides. It will kind of beep at you if you have some tower speakers on the boat. Switch panel, this is where I can turn my navigation lights on, and my anchor light, storage light, and my interior lights. This is also where I can control my bilge blower, my aft bilge, and my forward bilge in the boat as well. Now when you want to start the boat, we're going to first press this power button to bring everything on after we've turned on the battery switch. Then I'd press start and stop. Then you're going to get prompted for an engine start code. You'd enter that in, and then you're ready to go.